Hello, hello, and welcome back to a new you, where we help twin flames to heal and to master thyself along thy twin flame journey. My name is Ruby Lee, and I am a self mastery coach, and I am a twin flame specialist. If you are a twin flamer who's in separation from your twin at the moment, and if you want some support along your twin flame experience, you want to make sure you click that bell and become a subscriber to a new you, for a new you has been created just for you. And so today's topic of discussion is simply titled The Dangers of Being Quiet. One of the things that I have learned along this twin flame journey is that being quiet is not always the best solution. It's not always the best option. Being quiet does not necessarily help the people that you are supposed to help. You hiding behind your truth, masking who you are, getting along to get along. Who is that really helping? It may be more comfortable. It's the comfortable option, but it's not always the best option. There are times, there are situations where you must speak up and speak your truth. Because if you don't, if you never voice your opinion, if you never say your truth, say how you truly feel, then that means you don't have no voice. And when you don't have a voice, people will use you, abuse you, do whatever it is that they want to say or do to you because you're not going to say nothing. You're not going to do nothing. You're not going to defend yourself. You're not going to fight back. And God did not create you to be a doormat. And so this video is really for all my sweet people, angelic, sweet souls, quiet, shy people who have a hard time speaking your truth and and speaking up for yourself and defending yourself. It's time to learn how to stand in your power. It's time to stop being so concerned about what other people are thinking. It's time to stop nurturing other people's emotions, right? Because a lot of times we don't, and I say we because I'm in this things with you guys, right? A lot of times we don't speak our truth because we want to protect the ones we love. We want to protect their emotions. But it's not your responsibility to protect their emotions, right? It's their responsibility to learn how to control themselves, master themselves. It's not your responsibility to hold back your tongue, to hold back your truth, to hold back the truth of how you really feel because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings or make somebody mad. And so I want you to ask yourself a question. Am I showing up in my truest, authentic self? And if the answer is no, if the answer is yes, how are you not showing up in your most authentic self? Or how are you showing up in your most truest, authentic self? I want you to ask yourself those set of questions and really do some journaling and dissect whether or not you are showing up in your truth. Because I thought that I was showing up in my truth. And maybe in some areas I am. Maybe amongst some people I am. But when it comes to other groups of people, I don't necessarily show up in my truth. I necessarily don't speak what I'm truly thinking, what I'm truly feeling. And I know that for me, when I'm at work, I experience this a whole lot. You know, I most definitely don't speak my truth while I'm at work. I do a lot of getting along to get along, participating in conversations that I really don't care about, talking to people, listening to them tell all of their business, and I really don't care. And instead of giving them the cold shoulder, or instead of cutting them off, or instead of just walking away, or instead of just, instead of acting not interested, I pretend like I am interested. I pretend like I am engaged. And they just keep going and going and going and going and going. And deep down, I really don't care. And so, one of the things that has come up for me this week is for me personally to examine ways that I am showing up that's not in alignment with my most highest truth. I believe that us as twin flamers, we are here to be the light. We are the light of the world. And we are here to speak our truth, live in our truth. We are here to make a difference. But how are you really making a difference in the lives of those that you are amongst if they don't know who you are? If you wearing this mask, hiding behind how you truly feel, not speaking your truth, how are you truly making a difference? Maybe God wants you to speak your truth so that you can help somebody. Tell people what it is that you're really doing. What is it that you're really working on to spark inspiration in them, to spark ideals in them, to show them that, hey, there's a different way that you can live. And I know for me personally, I'm really guilty of this because there's a lot of things that I'm doing behind the scenes. There's a lot of work that I'm doing on myself to transform myself. And so when I get amongst groups of people that I know that they're not doing this type of work and they ask me, what did you do for the week? Right? I give some type of mundane answer. Oh, I ran errands and I took my kids skating and all that is the truth. I am doing those things, but that's not all that I'm doing, you know? This one guy on my job, he was basically asking me, I guess, what I like to do for fun, and I just kind of like made up a bunch of answers, a bunch of stories of what I like to do that just was kind of like far from the truth, simply because I didn't want to expose what it is that I'm really doing because I knew that he wouldn't be able to relate. But because I did not tell my truth, led him to, hey, let's hang out, and I'm like, no. And even with that, I didn't tell him no. I was like, oh yeah, we should hang out. Knowing I'm not gonna call that man, knowing we ain't gonna hang out, it ain't gonna happen. But that's what happened when you don't show up in your truth. And so I'm guilty of it as well. I'm learning how to show up in my truth more and more each day. It's a struggle for me, because I am that nice girl. I am that girl that gets along to get along. I am that girl that don't want to make people upset, that don't want to make people mad, so I hold my tongue. And I believe that God is challenging me to come out of that. And to be honest with you, to some degree, I really don't even really know how to come out of it completely. Like, I really don't. And so I'm learning, just like you're learning. And so I want to encourage you today. If you are that type of person that do not speak your truth. Hold your tongue because you don't want to make people mad. You don't want to make people upset, or you don't want to debate. You know, if me personally, if I get amongst people who love to debate and love to throw out facts and they love to throw out stats and they do their research, yeah, I tend to back down. I tend to back down and just agree because I don't want to get into a debate because I know listen, I don't do the research like some people that I know. I don't have all of the stats and the numbers. I'm a flowy person. I'm a goddess of light and love. I am a flowy person. I flow in the realms of emotion. I flow in the realms of the intuitive, of the psychic arts. And so some things I just know because I just know them, because I can feel them, because I can discern it, because I'm connected and in tune with nature, with the universe. But of course, my intuitiveness amongst people who are all about the stats, the practical side of life. When I get amongst people that are like that, like I said, I tend to back down. I'm not a debater. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. And so I hope this video will help you to see if you are this type of person who has a hard time speaking your truth. I hope that this video um, will, well, first of all, I hope that you resonate with this video. And I want this video to help encourage you along your journey of coming out of that nice girl way of being and showing up in your truth, despite how it makes people feel. Because people don't necessarily respect you when you don't show up in your truth, when you don't speak up for yourself, especially. People will not respect you if you're hiding behind the truth of how you're really feeling and what you're really thinking. And so I pray that this is fruitful thoughts. And it is my prayer that you will begin, if you have not already, begin to do your work to learning how to be more authentic and learning how to show up in the world as your most truest, authentic self. And so that is it. My name is Ruby Lee. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.